Yo, Inca, you want to come out here?
And we are back with another team builder. You guys liked the other one? The first one, obviously, of many of its kind. I'm very proud of that, honestly. So this is a, this is a team builder. Let me tell you. So welcome back to TGR. I'm Incog. I like to talk about my teams in depth a little bit while also making sure that it's understood that I am trying to win at all times, of course. Now, obviously, with that being said, though, there are, things I can't control sometimes, but this is going to go up on Tuesday, and then I'm not sure if the battle's going to go up on the Friday, Saturday-ish range. It might go up on Sunday of next week. Since I'm recording this on Sunday the 25th, this might go up next Sunday, which would be the first Sunday in July, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, July 2nd. So, with that being said, that's because Ted was on a trip, go do big ups to Ted. He's my opponent and also another mod here, TGR stuff. But I just want to inform you guys in case you guys don't see the battle at the end of the week, or if you see it at the top of next week. I don't know. We have not decided when we're fighting yet, and I'm only available in the evenings currently, and my week 3 is on Tuesday, which is fancy schmancy talk for, oh shit, I need to get out some team builders. I need to get out some recordings, get them all going, and then I'll be all good to go. I already got FFAs in the pipeline, but that's not what we're here for. We're here for this, TGR, week 2. Both me and Ted had a strong showing. Ted is 1-0-5, and I'm 1-0-4. So, really good stuff there, not gonna lie to you. Ted has a team of Reggie, Alecki, Drift, Blim, Stantler. I'm gonna start putting the opponent's terror types at the top just so I know what is what. Rillaboom, Corviknight, Quaquaval, Explosion, Dragology, Knacklestack, and Spidops. And if you don't know my team, I have Ursaluna, Mew, Zapdos, Gudra Hisuian, Mousehold, Oricorio, Bile, Primate, Marini, Diagonal, and Tinkertuff. So, for Terras, once again, we have Terra Electric and Ground Zapdos, Terra Flying and Fairy Oricorio, and Terra Grass and Poison Marini. My opponent has Terra Electric and Ice Alecki, Flying and Fairy on their own, Drift Blim, and Normal Psychic on their Stantler. So right out the gate, talk about their team. Stantler's not coming. Let's just go ahead and knock that out. I think that despite my fighting type maybe not being the greatest here, excuse me, debatably not good here. I don't think Stantler comes. I think the Intimidate prowess that it can have, or even I think it gets Frisk. I feel like my items are pretty obvious, so I don't know. In addition to such, I think that there are better Pokemon than Terra. I even think that Drifloon could Terra, but I think it's going to be mainly Alecki this game. And otherwise, Spidops has a 50% chance to come, but everything else is on the back burner. We experimented a lot with Ben this week in terms of what could be brought, so there's definitely a lot of ways that this battle could go, and a lot of different Pokemon that can show up. But my team is ever so present, ever so good at what it does. So let's talk about what he has. So Lucky isn't that scary this week. Obviously, we have a ground type and we have Terra Ground Zapdos, but we need to contain it before it gets out of control. We could Hazard Stack. We need to force in Corviknight and kill it beforehand, and that's before we can put up hazards so that they can exist. That's a big portion because Alecki could run Rapid Spin, but I don't think it does this week, solely on the basis that it doesn't need to. I think Alecki, I don't want to be yawning so damn much. Alecki could definitely be screens offense. Not gonna lie to you, I think that is likely with Quaquaval in the back to start handling us. So there is that. Screens plus Volt Switch plus Terra Blast could be Terra Blast Ice, could definitely be really good, but you never know. Drift Bloom is kind of scary. Need to avoid letting it set up because it can win the game after a few boosts, meaning that, Calm Mind, Overberry or some shit hurts like a bitch with Strength Sap and everything else. So, gotta be careful there. Not gonna lie to you, I have good ways around Drift Bloom, but you'll see once you understand that it's not as bad as it looks. But it can be if I allow it to be. I need to apply offensive pressure this entire game, or at least try to, because the team is actually really, really fucking good. unironically, I think that the offensiveness of this team versus mine, this one's a bit better, because Aleki is the fastest Pokemon in his generation. Quaquaval can easily get set up after killing something. Explosion with a Choice Scarf or even Choice Specs. Corviknight's pretty good at just being able to boost by itself and be a defensive menace. Knucklesack being able to whittle things down alongside Dragalge potentially being Spec. There's a lot of good options for this team. So I don't think I deal with it very much defensively. I need to handle it offensively. Now, let's talk about another Pokemon that's not coming. Haven't even mentioned it. I don't think Rillaboom's coming. I think that Ted ran, as far as I understand, Ted ran Grassy Seed Drifblim and Rillaboom last week. And I'm not going to lie to you, while that seems like a good idea this week, I feel like you can get away with Aftermath to get a good free chunk of damage off on Ursaluna. And Flare Boost could unironically be fine. So I feel like Rillaboom shouldn't be showing up in the first place anyway. Zapdos, Oricorio, Cryogonal, Goodra, all these Pokemon do really well against Rillaboom. It can't really touch Goodra unless it has superpower and realistically high horsepower, I guess. But you're also trying to kill a defensive Pokemon with Rillaboom without your main stab. Cryogonal's faster. Oricorio and Zapdos do not take very much damage from this unless it is banded. I don't think it's coming. So there is that. Number 2 on the docket, I think that after Stantler and Rillaboom and Spidos 60% of the time, Knucklestack gets set up on by too many Pokemon if I set up a substitute because it's going to be going for Soul Cure. So there's a chance it might not show up. There's also a chance it does show up and is a bitch. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so that's mainly it. I'm responding to something real quick. But yeah. Anywho, outside of that, let's talk about other Pokemon that can be dangerous. I already kind of mentioned Quaquaval, but Quaquaval, however the streets are saying it, I'm probably saying it wrong. Quaquaval, if it's behind screens, it's a threat. If it's not behind screens, I really don't care. I think that it needs about 2 speed boosts to really be threatening, and definitely needs attack boost, so it could be Moxie this week. But unfortunately for Quaquaval, given my team composition, I don't know how well it's going to do this week, but it can definitely do really, really well if I let it spin out of control and get attack boost. My best answer is realistically Mew and like Choppleberry Goodra, I guess. So we'll see how that goes. Otherwise, there's a lot of weird things that Quaquaval could do this week. Not gonna lie to you. So with that though, Typhlosion, Choice Spec, Choice Scarf, Black Cedar Specs, Dragalge, defensive overall Corviknight, because even though Corviknight doesn't look good this week, it definitely still has to show up because defensively, what else is handling Ursaluna? Spoiler alert, realistically nothing. And then like Drifblim or Regieleki. So we have the 6 that we're predicting, right? Typhlosion, Dragalge, Corviknight, Quaquaval, Drifblim, and Regieleki. Now on my side, what looks good? So first and foremost, Goodra walls Aleki. We all knew that. Mew could wall Aleki, but needs to be careful of it. Ursaluna will be the death of my team if I lose it too soon, which is an early thought. Zapdos offensively win this game. I was originally rocking out with Agility Zapdos. We're not doing that anymore, but I'll tell you what, there's a better idea here. Ticketough looked okay. Mousehold, it wasn't looking good for Mousehold, but Oricorio Scarf could be really nice to beat out plus 1 Quaquaval. And then Marini kind of walls off Quaquaval, but it sucks overall, so there is that. So let's just go ahead and just be honest here, right? There's a lot of shit that my team has to go through in order to be good this week. So let's talk about what I'm not bringing. First and foremost, we're not bringing Marini. You can make sad noises or whatever. Marini in a game where there's a Regieleki, a Rillaboom that can knock it off, and everything else in the world to set up or just beat it in a few shots is not good. I really wanted to bring Marini for Quaquaval, but in all honesty, it was not that great. It's not good, you know? It was not doing well. And honestly, I feel like, you know, we could have made it work, but given the way battles were going, it wasn't showing up. Number 2 on that list, it's a funny one, Oricorio. Oricorio looked great into this match. Scarf Oricorio would do so well to outpace things like everything that's 85 and then below, especially +1 Quaquaval or even Scarf Rillaboom, and even to some extent being able to kill Corviknight when it's setting up, or even in some cases like Fairy Terra could be okay, I guess, but in general or in totality, it's not good this week, especially when there's a Knuckle stack. All right, you already knew this was happening. Primeape and Tinkertuff are being paired together as not coming this week. I think you knew one of these two wasn't coming. Tinkertuff looked okay. Encore Thunderwave, Play Rough, and another move would be great this week. I mean, it eats Regieleki hits pretty well, but the interesting part about Tinkertuff is that it also is dog shit this week. We have a Typhlosion to deal with. We could still be knocked off. And even then, getting body pressed by Corviknight. Like, yeah, base 78 speed is cool. It was definitely 7th member on the team, but there's far too much that hits this for too much damage. And also Salt Cure, Knuckle stack. We don't exactly get, I think we might get Taunt, but Taunt doesn't prevent Salt Cure, so we'd have to sub. You know what the craziest part is like, it's not gonna do a lot to the sub, but like, we still would prefer that we don't have to run Substitute just to get around a Pokemon, you know what I mean? Regardless, Tinkertuff was okay. Primeape, there's 2 flying types, a water fighting type that hurts a lot, knocking off Rillaboom, and the 2 flying types actually would counter Primeape really hard. And in totality, I mean, Primeape was definitely also 7th member, but that's nor here nor there. Because like Oricorio and Marini, I was pretty dead set on bringing, and then it was like, damn, these niggas suck. But these other two, I mean, I tried Tinkertuff, and then I was like, not very good. And then I brought Cryogonal. So I'm gonna do this way. I'm gonna show you the cheat and paste, and then I'm gonna show you some replays, and then we'll be all good and get it out of here, all right? So 4.0, you're probably noticing over there. Yeah, don't worry about it. So Scarf Mew, we have Clear Amulet Ursaluna, Choppleberry Goodra, Magnet Zapdos, Leftovers Cryogonal, and Figgy Berry Mousehole. Okay, please hold your disappointing sounds for later. Let's talk. The Goodra is basically almost the same as last week, right? Where we brought a very defensive Goodra that was sleep, so that was rest talk, didn't do anything. This time, however, I feel like Ted will just go ahead and hit me. If he does, counter will always kill unless it is Jolly. And even if it is Jolly, right, we have a Mew, we have a Zapdos, like we have ways for close combat to hit us and then it won't do as much. Here's the problem that it lies. Does Ted just Swords Dance? And that's what I was trying to figure out. First and foremost, I think that he does. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's a 50-50. If I switch out with my Goodra in front of him into another Pokemon as he potentially just U-turns, that tells him that I'm going to switch. But the next time I'm in like that, I could just counter him while he goes for close combat, maybe if my team is already weakened. So there is that. Regardless, I wanted to start with Goodra because it was the easiest one to start with. Number 2, Mew. It's Scarf. I think that me trying to use defensive Mew or any kind of like support Mew for these first 2 games has not been working. So I've just gone with offensive. So Modest Mew, oh my lord. So we're not looking to outpace Typhlosion without our Scarf, so we outpace it just normally, right? We can, depends on the roll. It is a small roll, but we can OHKO with Hydro Pump. The rest of that team though, if Corviknight comes in, if it's Corviknight first, if it's Knuckle stack first, whatever it is, I don't think we'll trick Knuckle stack. I think we would more or less want to trick Corviknight. It's gonna see Mew. And I'm gonna go for Hydro Pump, or I'm gonna go for something, right? I can give it a Choice Scarf and just let it be. Corviknight becomes not an issue anymore. And in general, the crazy part is we still hit really hard modest wise. Think about it, right? Hydro Pump kills Typhlosion on some good days. Psyshock kills Quaquaval. Thunderbolt can 2 a KO Drift Limbs unless it's boosting. Rillaboom's not fucking coming. Knuckle stack doesn't take 2 Hydro Pumps. Dragalge doesn't even take 1 fucking Psyshock. Like, this is a good bond this week. But if Corviknight is like lead off, I'm just gonna give it the Choice Scarf and fuck off. Like, I don't need my speed to outpace Typhlosion because I already have a good way around that. He doesn't, Your Honor. He's lying. Anyways, regardless, well, technically I do, but we'll talk about that. We'll talk about it. Here's the thing. Typhlosion's kind of scary, not gonna lie to you. I mean, we have Goodra, we have bombs that outpace it. As long as it's not eruption spam, I really don't care. But if it's specs, then I care. But more on that at 11. Here's the thing. Typhlosion coming could definitely be very dangerous. I'm not very scared of it, but at the same time I am. So I want to keep the Scarf as much as I can for Typhlosion, of course. And if I can side shock it twice, well, it's not killing us in 2 shots. We outpace it, we get the job done, and that's important. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and move on down to Mousehold. So you probably saw that Mousehold and heard me say Figgy Berry and heard me laugh because I won last week with Mousehold. And I'm not gonna lie to you, can't win it this week with him. But what I can do is bait in the aforementioned Corviknight. So I sub every time, no matter what's going on, and I Thunder Wave whatever's in front of me. I can Thunder Wave Corviknight to make sure it can't move, which is what I'm trying to do. I can Thunder Wave anything besides Alecki. I can Population Bomb Alecki as well if it Terra Ices, or I can Thunder Wave it then as well because guess what? It's not an Electro type anymore. Encore is really great for things that are slower. We Thunder Wave everything on this team, or generally everything on this team. You get Population Bomb. We won't kill most things, I don't think, because of our attack investment, but we could. Figgy Berry Cheek Pouch means that I will go down. Once Rocky Helmet happens, I'll eat the Figgy Berry, get back some HP, get back more HP because of Cheek Pouch, and I'll still be able to continue my Population Bomb. Yes, I understand the chip might not be worth it to most people, but if my opponent is already dead set on just hitting me rather than roosting, then I get free damage. And in addition, just in general, this Pokemon, I wander on Super Fang really, really badly, but like I don't beat Corviknight regardless. So I wanted to go for something that was more fucking annoying. And the only thing that comes in is like Drifloon, and I can Encore that into Calm Minds and then go into Ursaluna and be done. Like there's so many methods to my madness with this set that you have to understand. I built this Pokemon to be fucking annoying, and that's the point. Ursaluna is Clear Amulet, max speed, max attack. I think it's, oh man, let me go to Showdown real quick. Hold on. Hi everybody, welcome to Showdown. This team. Yep. 102. So this speed makes sure that I outpace Drifloon. No speed, no creeping, it's just max defensive. In addition to that, because it also outpaces Drifloon like that, it outpaces Corviknight without a lot of speed, and outpaces obviously Dragalge and Knuckle Stack, whatever, right? So bulk up into this team is really fucking good, and I feel like, you know, he could Iron Defense or whatever, but if I'm 2-hit KOing you already with Thunder Punch after 1 bulk up and you're gonna Iron Defense, you're gonna roost the next turn. I'm just gonna keep bulking up till we're both at +6, baby, and I'm gonna get my damage off. And guess what? Even if you're bulking up, if you're not max defensive, I 2-hit KO you even afterwards. You're probably gonna be Spadef, I would assume, but in this matchup, I'm not expecting Corviknight. And if it like, I'm expecting it because it'd be defensively better to hurt Ursaluna and such, but I'm not expecting it at all because it's not good against my team. And now you're probably wondering, Avery, why the fuck do you have a Clear Amulet? So, did you know, gaming, Strength Sap will still get HP back, but it will not drop my attack if I have a Clear Amulet. So Drifloon essentially is useless against my Ursaluna. I can bulk up and then crunch it and kill it in 1 shot. Now if it's Colbur Berry, obviously it won't die, but we 2-hit KO it all the time unless it's like max defensive and like some bullshit set. But like I said, I don't lose attack because I have Clear Amulet. He can get back all the HP he wants. He will not outlast me essentially because I have more crunches, 24, than he has strength stats, which I think is 16. So we'll be fine. And he could definitely like try to kill me with like Air Size and Terra Blast to try and flinch me, but nigga, please. If he is Terra Fairy, then Body Slam is still fine. Like it'll 2-hit KO, it's stab, and we're adamant, so Ursaluna. We have Cryogonal off the bench. I really shouldn't say it because it's only week 2. It'd be more like Tinkertuff if it comes off the bench ever, Marini, and Primate, because they're my 3 EVO Light Mons. So Cryogonal's interesting, right? We outpace every single Typhlosion unless it's Scarf. We can Water Pulse it, It could definitely kill us with Eruption or Fire Blast, whatever. But the thing about this set is that I'm just trying to reduce as much HP on it as possible. As well, honestly, Quaquaval after +1 boost outpaces a lot of this team, and you know, man, it does a little damage here and there, you know what I mean? So we had 252 defense because we were trying to make sure that Salt Cure did as minimal damage as possible, and we have leftovers, and we had Covert Cloak at first, but now it's kind of like, who cares? Leftovers is just better overall, and getting off the Rapid Spin because his hazard setter is Knucklesack and then Dragalge. Like, I don't want hazards up this game, and obviously I wanted to run boots, but I feel like leftovers is better for just health purposes. I could change over to boots, please understand. Freeze Dry hits this entire team for really good damage, honestly. Like Quaquaval and fucking Rillaboom and Corviknight, I don't want to take that from this, and like we have no investment, but like we're still doing good chip. Regardless, Quaquaval is just support this game. It's not really here to do much else. I mean, he's just kind of here, and it's kind of like spinning. That's it. Like, it's moral support, honestly. Now let's talk about the Pokemon that Ben hates the most, because I was mainly getting help from Ben this week. Mr. Electric, take these niggas to the penis explosion chamber. Let me tell you niggas something, okay? Thunderbolt, Agility, Defuck, Hurricane. At first I wasn't going to run Agility. I was petrified. But now if I'm in front of a Corviknight, I just Agility, Terra Electric. Do you see this team? Let me just go over this with you guys one more time. Regieleki, unless it is, even if it's Terra Electric, still doesn't want to take that hit. Drifblim dies. Stantler dies unless it's Spidef. Rillaboom dies a Hurricane. Corviknight dies. Fucking Quaquaval dies. Typhlosion dies. Dragalge doesn't die, but fuck it, Hurricane, it will die. Knucklesack takes far too much from Thunderbolt, and Spinops dies the Hurricane. Terra Electric Agility Zapdos is the fucking truth of this game. And it took me a long time to understand that Terra Ground Soft Sand didn't matter. I don't believe in Dragalge coming. I feel like if Dragalge's coming, cool, whatever. I have a Mew, I have ground type in Ursaluna, we will be fine. If I'm not bringing Ground Stab, we will be fine. Because I don't believe Dragalge's coming, in my heart of hearts, there's a lot of ways that Zapdos as an end game, literally after an agility boost, I outpace everything and everything dies. If it's even, because even if I don't Terra Electric, if I predict he's Terra Ice and I just go for my Terra Electric while he goes for his Terra Ice and Regieleki, I Thunderbolt it, it dies. This Pokemon is fucking insane this week, okay? This fucking Mon is so fucking insane this week, okay? So fucking good, dude. So damn good. And I need to just preserve it as long as I can. I need to make sure maybe hazards aren't up. I want to lead Zapdos, but between Mew and me, Ben has said that leading Mew is probably my best option, and let's talk about it. So we're gonna go through a few replays from start to finish. First replay is the team before this. This is Scarf Marini. Sorry, Scarf Marini, even really? Scarf Oricorio. Fucking, what is this? Marini Eviolite, Terra Ground Soft Sand. We still have Chopper Berry. We still have Clear Element. I forget what the Muset is. Muset might be the same. Actually, do I have that spread here? I might. Hold on. There we go. This is Wise Glasses. So you could see that the evolution of the team was very, very far. So 1.0 to 4. This is 1.0. This is 4.0. Like, it was a very far extension. So let's talk about this. Ben brings Choice Specs, Typhlosion, Eviolite, Knucklesack. I'm pretty sure Rocky Helmet, Corviknight. He can't bring Aftermath Drifblim with Wakanberry. I think Leftovers Quaquaval, and then Light Clay Regieleki. So let's just talk about this real quick, okay? So basically, I do this thing where I just switch out, and you know, they go for Volt Switch, whatever, and then they go for close combat. He is Jolly, so I don't kill him back with obviously counter, but he's at 2%. He has leftovers, whatever. So then I double on the Marini. I take the close combat again, does 26, whatever. I go for my, I think Infestation this turn, or my T-Spike. Yeah, there it is. So this goes on for a little bit of time. You don't need to watch this portion. It was bad turns. It was bad. This is mainly why I didn't want to bring this Pokemon, because it was like, wow, this is going awful. So I switch out, go into Ursaluna. He Terra Blast, does 18%, goes into Corviknight. I bulk up, and then I get off my Thunder Punch because I am faster, to 51. and he goes for body press, doesn't kill me. And obviously he is a Rocky Helmet and it's whatever. So yeah, I'm kind of like whatever. I can lose Ursa Luna at this point. Goes for Terra Blast. Crit didn't matter because they 17 earlier. I'll go into this. I forgot my defog, obviously. I'm just going for bullshit this turn. I'm telling you to kill me when you see it in here, but it don't really matter, man. I die. I go into Zapdos. I go for Terra Blast. Goes for Assault Cure, whatever. And obviously from this point forward, I'm losing the game. So, and you know, I just go for my attacks. This did 53. Shadow Ball does enough to where I died to Assault Cure. Going to Snelly. Nothing great is happening here. Also, Ben forgot about goddamn fucking Sap Sipper. I go into Marini again, let Marini die. Actually, do I? Yeah, I do. I'm pretty sure there was no reason to let Marini live. And this was a loss because obviously with the team I was bringing, I wasn't bringing anything to get rid of hazards. I also wasn't doing anything productive. I'll go with Mew here, and the end game is that Mew could have won if I was Agility Mew. I was not. And obviously he's Fire Blast, so he's doing a lot of damage. And I didn't have a water move at the time. So yeah, no speed tie. I was not a lot of speed. I didn't believe in Typhlosion coming, honestly. I was more about the 85s. But yeah, pretty bad game, right? You would think with this team. So let's go to game 2. This is what I like to call the Tinkatuff game. Obviously, Tinkatuff is not very great here, but it is Eviolite Spadef, so it takes at minimum 21 and at max 26 from a Volt Switch or a Thunder. I think it's Volt Switch from Regieleki. It doesn't do too much afterwards, right? It could. Let me just show you. Let me show you what the fuck happened. Jesus Christ, you guys can't hear the music, but that shit was loud. So goes off Volt Switch, does 21. Goes back to Eleki, go for Thunder Wave because you know me. You guys, if you've been around the channel, you know. Didn't break sub. I encore, try to encore it, goes back into this, goes to Terra Blast, I sub again. This is basically a waste of time, okay? A big fucking waste of time. Just a big waste of time, right? But then I lose my Oricorio because this is fucking goddamn stupid ass fucking Typhlosion. Specs Typhlosion is insane. Anyways, going to Goji goes into that. I just Dragon Tail. I just start flipping burgers, right? I start Dragon Tailing. It goes for a Volt Switch, gets in Knuckle Stack again. I go for Life 2 to heal myself up. I go back into Tinkatuff to let it die to the Salt Cure into Salt Cure damage, which is a great sack. Then I go into this. So, okay. Please understand, this was a fucking crazy ass set. Sub Nasty Plot, bro. Great set for a Knuckle Stack coming in, or a Knuckle Stack wanting to fight me. So I'm like, whatever. All right, let's get it. Let's get her done, boy. Go for Sidekick. It does 60%. Doesn't matter if it's Spadef. He dies. I should have probably gone for a sub here. Ben was right in the chat, but I'm like, whatever. I just want to get damage right now and get it evened up. Going to Gojira on his Terra Ice Blast. Does 34% on a crit. I go for Life 2 as he goes for a Light Screen. Goes to Reflect. I Dragon Tail him out. It brings in Quaquaval. He goes for SD. I go for Dragon Tail because I'm stupid, but I'm not that stupid. When it comes in as I go into Mew, and I let Mew almost die. And I just go for Thunderbolt, get off my damage, get my paralysis because obviously I'm him. I go into, I'm pretty sure Zapdos. He goes into Drifblim. I go for my Thunderbolt to pop the Wakanberry early. And then it's Goodra as he goes for Shadow Ball. And then it's kind of just like, let's see how the rest of the game can go. So now that he knows I'm going to stay in, he goes for Close Combat. And then I get off my counter. Because he's at 95, he dies. That's great. So I just go for Flamethrower here. Ben believes that he can win the game here still because of Drifblim or whatever have you, right? Here's the problem. You see, my friend, I am playing the long con, which means that I am waiting for these to go away, and I am going to play the long con. And if you guys know anything about Incog playing the long con, you know good and damn well how good I am at waiting things out. Because I played stall for like half my life, or half my Pokemon career at this point. I was like, all right, let's see it. So, gets up the light screen, but the reflect goes down. So I'm like, whatever, okay, right? Go into Ursa Luna immediately. And I'm like, you can't beat this Pokemon, so I'm going to kill you. And it was a win. But here's the thing. Tinkatuff wasted so much time and did a whole lot of nothing, that I wanted something more secure, and Oricorio also didn't do that much. So now I told Ben, you know, give me a second. I bring this team, and this is the team that you guys have seen, you know, and love. It has everybody, has all the boo-boos, okay? Now, this is Avery's real matchup, real deal, real deal. Shout out TSO. But not the real ass niggas here, right? Talk about it. So I lead Zapdos because it's a great lead. Let's go for my agility immediately. I Thunderbolt, do 58. He gets off his Salt Cure. And then I just go for another Thunderbolt because from the jump, this Pokemon wins this game. Did you know that? Because I knew that. And I love it. Mousehold I send in because Drifloon, right? Easy switch. Goes into Corviknight. I go for my Thunder Wave because I need that thing slowed down. I go back into Zapdos. He gets paralyzed. Doesn't matter what happens. He's still gonna not want to take that. Takes 66. He goes for Volt Switch. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. Guess what, nigga? Agility ratio. He dies. Then he goes into Drifloon. It doesn't die. But here's the thing. It don't kill me with Terra Blast, baby. Ugh. You see, if he was unburdened, he would be faster. No, he wouldn't. Sorry, he would not be faster. Don't let me lie to you like that. And I just keep blasting and the game ends because it's a 6-0. Realistically, if this is really what I'm hoping for. I'm gonna lead Zapdos or Mew, probably Zapdos, in the varied case that I need to, but I need to see these 6. If I see these 6, Zapdos is an immediate lead. If I see Dragalge, I'm leading Mew because that tells me either Hazard are leading or that it's going to be a very interesting fight. So yeah, man, I mean, I really don't got much else to say. I mean, the team's the team, man, and I really like it. I really do like it. But with that being said, that's gonna do it for the team builder portion of this video. And then by the time we get through the week, you will see the battle. What may happen is this may not go up on Tuesday the 27th because me and Ted are fighting on Friday, you know, in Friday the 30th. And I fight Talamaster J on the 27th because he's going to NIC. It's a lot. Basically, a lot of things have not lined up right now, and I'm gonna be fighting week 3 before my week 2. So you may, believe me, the videos will come out. Everything will be there. You'll see it when you see it. Believe me. And I don't like falling behind on uploading type things, but you'll understand when you see the videos go up and you'll be like, what the hell's going on? If you make it this far, you understand. If they don't, they'll be commenting or they don't care. I know these videos are not for everybody, so I like to make sure I get every nook and cranny, every piece in here to tell people about things that they care about because they watch these videos to the end, or at least they you know, skim through them a little bit to make sure they hear the bits and pieces they really like. Thank you guys for watching, and hopefully we can get a W this week in the TGR against Ted and his, I forgot his team name. What is it? I forgot. Hold on. I definitely fucking forgot. Not gonna lie to you. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me scroll up. Hold on. It's the New York Yan Megas. There it is. He has a really nice logo. But yeah. I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.